name's Jenny, I'm the engagement manager at Babassa, and one of the ways I like to stay productive is 1, to make sure I have a good night's sleep, and 2 is to make sure I keep my thoughts positive. Because when we're tired and we're not thinking as positively, it's really hard to stay as productive. When we come across a small challenge, sometimes we blow up and make it bigger than it actually is. So one of the things I like to do is just to make sure that I stop, think and reflect and challenge my thoughts and ask myself what's the evidence for them. So give it a go.
Hi, my name's Andy Scoble and I'm a business consultant based in Bristol. How do I stay productive in the lockdown? I think more than anything else it's about having structure in my day. So I've always got a to-do list on a post-it note close to hand, and I just try and chunk up the day to say, like, from 9 o'clock to 11 o'clock I'm going to achieve this, from 11 o'clock to 1 o'clock I'll have done that, 1 o'clock will be time for lunch, and just trying to bring a bit of structure into the day and having a to-do list with some clear goals on, just to make sure I'm getting that sense of achievement each and every day.
I'm a self-confessed workaholic, so I'm actually struggling a little bit with not doing as much work. So to keep productive, I've given myself a task list. A lot of that is nice stuff like doing a puzzle or doing some exercise or reading a book, but I'm making sure I actually do all those things each day. And that's sort of keeping my brain ticking over. So I'm actually finding that I get to the day and I've been quite busy without having done any work. And that's the key thing for me. If I'm not busy, then I can get quite lethargic, and that's not a good place to be for me personally. So yeah, just the way I'm staying productive is just focusing on lots of little things that I can do and getting through those in the day.
I'm staying productive by having a routine, kind of carving out time for all of the other things like exercise, sleep, of course, eating, resting from work. Having kind of 3 really key tasks each day that I want to focus on, and making sure that I get those done. And sometimes they can just take me an hour, and that's okay. That can be enough for the day. It's more about the kind of things that, it's how important those things are, not necessarily how much time I'm spending being productive.
In terms of staying productive during lockdown, I have a balance of doing some daily tasks, kind of scheduling some exercises and workouts and stretches that I don't normally get the time to do. There's a really great group with my rugby club, Bath Ladies, who we talk on WhatsApp kind of every day, and we share achievements in terms of running distances, workouts, etc., but also share when we eat a lot of cake. So that's been really brilliant to have a support network with those ladies. Like another thing we do is that we always have like one night a week where my partner and I have no screens, so we play some board games and also sometimes do some dance workouts, and he has little rhythm and I also don't have great rhythm, but we do some dancing anyway. Probably look really silly as people can sometimes see into our living room from the main road, so yeah, it's really quite funny.
How are you staying productive in lockdown? So for me, my wife and I are both working at lockdown. We've got a 2-year-old boy, I've got a full-time job, I've got a side business that's a social enterprise, and I've got a charity. So for me, routine gives me productivity. Going to sleep at night at the same time, waking up at the same time, eating healthy food, setting out my priorities for the day, executing on them, putting my phone on silent for most of the day so that I'm in control of my inputs, not getting distracted. There's so much noise and news and social media that it's all out of my control. There's no point wasting time in that space. It's great to stay informed, but there's a point where there's no return on any more information after you've read one article from the BBC on the latest updates. I think there's a difference between feeling productive and being productive. You can run around like a headless chicken and feel productive, and then sit down at the end of the day and feel like you've done nothing. Whereas you can be really calm, execute 3 things that are going to make a massive difference in your day, and that's all that needs to be done.
How are you staying productive in the lockdown?
It's been very challenging to remain productive in lockdown. My best piece of advice would be to give yourself a routine, to break your day up into chunks, maybe to get out first thing in the morning and walk yourself back into your house if you can do that, or at least to kind of look out of a window and then take yourself into your study or wherever you're working as if you were starting work, and to do the same at the end of the day. Try and get out, get some fresh air if that's possible. Give yourself some routine, but be realistic. I set myself a mantra in week 1 of lockdown when I was not being as productive as I would like to be and I was getting frustrated. And that mantra was about being creative and being collaborative during these difficult times.
Staying productive in lockdown, for me it's all about being organised. I love a list. I always have a list at hand which I work through every day. So try and stick to your routine, make sure you do some exercise, and I'm sure that keep you productive, healthy, well during lockdown.